Welcome to the Prosperity Podcast for entrepreneurs who are ready to drop the hustle and earn more. I'm your host, Danielle Amos, business and success coach, certified Proctor Gallagher Institute consultant, and lifestyle entrepreneur. Each week, I'll bring you amazing entrepreneurs who have built wealth, harnessing the power of their mind. Prosperity and money are truly about energy, and I'm on a mission to help you create financial abundance through the power of thought. It's time we started normalizing conversations about money and create the wealth that is yours. Are you ready? Let's do this.
Welcome to episode 165 of the Prosperity Practice, the podcast that has you living your most abundant life. My name is Danielle Amos, and I am your host. Today's episode is about overwhelm, what to do with a really long to-do list. This is my life at the moment. I went away to an incredible concert with my sisters, Boots and Hearts, and I didn't realize there wouldn't be cell service. I didn't realize that I wouldn't be able to access my emails or the programs on my phone. And it's not a big deal. It was actually a perfect lesson. Although coming back, there's this feeling of like, oh my gosh, I've been offline and I wasn't planning on it. It's different if you plan on it. And I had the opposite. I had planned to do some work when I got there, some things like, at the end of each day or the beginning of each day. And it just didn't happen. The old me would come back home feeling overwhelmed, stressed out, look at this really long to-do list and hustle, and be willing to really burn myself out to get myself, quote unquote, on track. Can you relate to that? Literally, I was saying to my team, like I would have gone with like a chicken with my head cut off. And here's the thing, it doesn't feel good. And I become very aware of the feeling in my body and very aware of what I'm saying to myself and what I'm willing to do. And I know that there is a new way that I get to have it all. And I want to share something about these long to-do lists. Often in our mind, we think all these things have to be done, but do they? And according to who? Who says? Now, of course, if you've got a boss, or for me, I have clients who are like my boss, like I am accountable to them. And I have services that I provide that they're expecting. Of course, I keep my word to all of that. And then there's many things on my to-do list that actually don't have to get done. And by feeling this way, or by having a long to-do list and some things that need, to get done by a certain day. For example, it's having me look at my situation in a new lens with a new perception. And I'm asking myself questions like, how can I get these things, quote unquote, done in less time so I'm more effective and still have the quality that I'm committed to? And what's happening is my mind is figuring out a way where I can have it all. And this morning, rather than going right to my desk, which the old me would have done, I instead filled my cup, went for a hot tub, had a delicious coffee and a donut, and really got present and created a little bit of order for myself. So what does that look like? Well, overwhelm comes from a lack of order in one's mind. And think about it. Every time that you feel overwhelmed, it's because you've got this long to-do list in your mind and you want to get it out on paper. So the first step for me is always getting it out on paper. And then from there, you can see like you're doing a brain dump. And from there, you can organize yourself, delegate tasks, delete tasks, ask, is it necessary that I complete all these things? And how can I now become more effective? Your mind knows the answer, all the while keeping your other priorities intact. My self-care, time with my family, eating healthy, doing things for my body. You get to have it all. And then you go out and you do your best. So for me, I love lists. Like I love creating that order in that way, taking pen to paper, because the writing actually causes me to think, and I can think in a new way with a new perception if I write it out. I've got a really great tool that I use, and our community's right now using it as well. It's a habit tracker. It's a very simple tool, but it's something that I created when I was a client of Bob Proctor's work, Thinking into Results. And I want to give it to you. In order to get it, I want you to send me a DM, all caps, the word habit on Instagram. So go find me on Instagram, follow me at the Danielle Amos, and then DM me the word habit in all caps. And I'll send you this habit tracker that I use to create order in my life and to give me a list of non-negotiables in order for me to feel like I'm in control of my life. And so, and in this habit tracker, you'll also get videos on how to do some of the things. And this is just giving you a really powerful mindset, a foundational mindset to really help you live your best life and not be one of chaos and hustle that leads to burnout. You get to have it all. In order to have it all, it requires a really strong foundational mindset, because you're going to want to perceive your situation in a certain way so that you're harvesting the good. My sister this morning said on our call, I changed that. I actually talked about this in the previous podcast. Nothing changes in your life, but everything seems to change. Everything seems to change when you stay in your power and in control of your mindset. Overwhelm is an illusion. It's a lack of order. Let's let go of the overwhelm. Let's drop the hustle. What would life look like if you truly had it all? And how would that feel? Now, if you can see the image of this life, it's possible. And I really do think it starts with just a shift in perception and really thinking of how you can become more effective. I also use a strategy called the 3Ds with my to-do list. I delegate, I delay, and I delete. And that's after, if my list is too long, or I create priorities that way. There's a lot of things in our life that's taking up space because we think we have to. According to who? So if this resonated, for sure, send me a DM on Instagram at the Danielle Amos, the word habit, and I'll send you the habit tracker. And if it resonates, share it with someone else. I'm sure as we move into September, there are others feeling overwhelmed and hustling and really stretching themselves thin. Doesn't need to be that way. Slow down to speed up. Slow down to become more effective. Your energy matters. What you're saying to yourself matters. I see you. You got this. And trust me, there's another way. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Go get your habit tracker and expect abundance.